Today we have an event that my understanding we've had at Westhill years ago, but this is the first time that we've held this event since I've been principal. This event, and what you're going to hear and listen to and learn about today, hopefully, now pay attention. Please don't make a mistake not to pay attention, because I don't want to pull you out. I don't want to pull you out, and I will. If I don't pay attention. This event today, hopefully, will get your attention. This event today will hopefully cause you to think before you make certain decisions as you get closer and closer to adulthood. At the time that I've been principal, and this is only my second year here, we have lost two students to motor vehicle accidents. So today's event is in part aimed at helping you to care before you make decisions that raise, or I should say increase your safety when you're in a car. So I trust that you will pay very close attention to our speakers today from the Stamford Fire Department. Also, they'll have a table set up if any of you are interested in volunteering with the Stamford Fire Department. We have at least one full time. I'm going to put him on the spot. What's your name, sir?
Keven O'Brien. Keven O'Brien.
Keven, what year did you graduate from Westhill?
2009.
That's yesterday. Did you graduate with Miss Faber? No, that wasn't Miss Faber. Okay, I was for that. All right. So, if you are interested in volunteering with the Stamford Fire Department, there will be a table set up that you can stop and learn more about on your way out. You've done an excellent job thus far. I trust you will continue to do so throughout. And I think that's all for me. Who do I give it over to?
I just want to say thank you, and let's give a round of applause to the Stamford Fire Department.
Yes, thank you.
How you guys can do better than that?
Good morning, Westhill students. How's everybody doing today? Good, great. That's a good spirit. All right, my name is Keven O'Brien. I'm a firefighter for the Stamford Fire Department. Today I would like to shed some light on two different subjects that are usually overlooked or associated with that won't ever happen to me. Distracted driving and driving under the influence. For those who say that it won't ever happen to you, I honestly pray it doesn't. But what about your best friends? What about your family members? What about anyone else that you're going to school with? Does anybody think that they can say, no, I'm not getting in that car, or no, I'm not driving, or get off your phone and pay attention? Raise your hand if you think you could do that. Come on, put them up. Put them up. You're going to just let people you know pass away from car accidents? Come on. Driving under the influence and distracted driving is like being in a pitch black room set with mouse traps everywhere. You might avoid a couple of mouse traps, but the more steps you take, the more bound you are to stepping on one. So just putting that in perspective, the more you drink and drive, the more you talk on your cell phone, the more likely you are to get in an accident. Let's state the obvious here. None of you are 21 years old yet. So it is illegal for you to drink alcohol or smoke marijuana. We get it. We've all been students in high school. We get it. We don't condone it or agree with it in any way. But let's face it, that it does happen. We want you to get places safe. So we're going to teach you how to make smarter decisions. These smarter decisions will forecast you a longer, happier, and healthier life. There's a trend that you're going to realize from now until ever on the people that you went to school with, friends, family that pass away from these two subjects. Your principal just said that 2 of the students that went here passed away already from these type of motor vehicle accidents. That's 2. How important was that text message? How important was that Snapchat? Why couldn't it just wait? Why wouldn't you just call an Uber and a taxi or anyone that was sober? These are the type of questions you're going to ask yourself when you start reading obituaries. Who has a cell phone? Raise your hand. Everybody should raise their hand, right? All right. Who talks on their cell phone while driving? All right, we got some honest people, but the rest of you are pretty much liars, right? Everyone does it. We see everybody on the road, phones glued to their head. Whether it's hands-free or on a headset or Bluetooth, CarPlay, whatever you want to call it, your distraction is being on your phone in general. If you're paying attention to the conversation, you're not paying attention to the road. I would like to share a personal story about myself. I was on the phone with my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, and I was on Newfield Avenue. I was pulling into the Italian Center. Just like that, I hit a little boy on a bike pulling into the driveway. Like I said, this is a true story, and this set me on the path where I am today. Luckily, the boy was perfectly fine, got on his bike, and rode away, but my heart stopped. He could have died. That would have been a complete loss of life. For me, being on the telephone with my wife, it wasn't that important of a conversation, but it did happen. Now, whenever I drive, I'm way more vigilant. I'm paying attention while driving. Now, when I see somebody on the phone, it pisses me off because I know personally how it could end. Someone's life could be over. Your life could be over. Everyone's life could be tragically changed. It's every parent's wish to outlive their children, and it really should be a promise. We protect them with every last breath we have in our body. We try to teach them every bit of knowledge we have on how to be safe in life and hope they make the right decisions when no one is looking. And that's the ultimate life test. The decisions you make when no one is there to tell you whether it's right or wrong. The only guide you'll have is that little voice inside your head telling you, I don't think that's right. I don't think that's safe. You ever hear the expression, trust the gut? If your gut is telling you that it's not safe, then it's not safe. There's 2 categories, good decisions and bad decisions. And believe me when I say there's only so many bad decisions you can make before it's over. So, it's the day of prom. It's the last minute, crap, I forgot to do this, or shoot, I still gotta do that. You're driving around trying to kill many birds with one stone. You're doing your makeup in the mirror. You're checking out your fresh haircut in the mirror. You're not paying attention to the road. Get to where you're going to. Then get dressed, wear the tuxedos and the beautiful dresses. Then you could do the Snapchat filters in the mirror, admiring yourself. We get it. We get it. Everyone's hip. Everybody loves to look at themselves. Just do it when you're not driving. We aren't saying we don't want you to go to prom. We're not saying that at all. We just want you to get there safely and to get home safely. We want you to have all the fun that you deserve having and just get home safely. If you choose to drink alcohol or smoke weed or both, don't follow it up with a bad decision of driving. Like I said, good decisions, bad decisions. You have sober friends, taxi, Ubers, good old-fashioned parents. You may think your parents will be mad having to pick you up at any time of the night, but your parents, I can reassure you, will rather pick you up than having to hear that you are dead or in jail. You're being responsible when you can tell something is safe and when something isn't safe. 1 in 3 alcohol-related teen fatalities occurred during prom season. 1 out of 3. The other 2 out of 3 still happen in the same school year. So let's talk about these accidents and their impacts. The first impact is your car hits what it hits. The second impact, your body, your head hits the steering wheel, the windshield, depending on if you made a smart decision to wear your seatbelt. The third impact is your body organs, your brain being bounced around in a way it's not supposed to be. Those are the physical impacts. Now we can talk about the emotional impacts that accompany them. Children die from these scenarios. Innocent people die from these scenarios. Lives are tragically changed forever. It impacts you, your family, your victims' families, innocent bystanders, police department, fire department, even the paramedics. It's not easily dealing with a loss of a child. It's not. There's no limitations to where the impacts will stop or an expiration date on when they will stop. They're with you forever, a burden that will never get lighter. I know this is a lot to hear, but this is life. And life is actually knocking at your door asking if you're paying attention now. There's no reboot. Life is not a video game. You get one shot to live as long as you can. Your generation has more modes of transportation than ever before. And I bet you don't know that other than driving under influence, you have operating under influence. So all your scooters, bikes, e-everything, ATVs, dirt bikes, even a forklift. These are examples of things that you can get an operating under the influence. It doesn't necessarily have to be a vehicle. You can get in a bad accident in all these vessels. I have a friend who went to Westhill with me who got an operating under influence. That's how I discovered about that there was an operating under influence. He was on his way home from a party, riding a bicycle drunk. He was wobbling pretty good, and a police officer pulled him over. Right then and there, everyone's life changed. Who knew that there was operating under influence? Raise your hand. Did you ever know about that? Oh, a couple, that's not bad, all right? But the majority of you didn't know. Hey, I took the smarter decision. I rode my bicycle home from a party. Nope, still can get pulled over, get arrested. So my friend who got arrested, other than getting his license delayed even longer because he didn't have his license yet, he got denied from a bunch of colleges. He had to pay thousands of dollars in lawyer fees. He's in high school. He didn't have that kind of money. So who had to pay? Mom and dad. How were mom and dad? They were pissed. So he thought riding a bike home was the better choice. Not drinking at all would have been the correct choice. Now we're going to show you the true consequences of ignoring what we've been discussing all along. It's prom time. Yeah, let's go. All right? We get a little sneaky pregame before the prom. You walk into prom, music is bumping, immediately going into dance mode. I get it. We've been to prom, we loved it. All right? So the whole time you're thinking about the after parties, about the real festivities begin. So you, your friend or your date, you're like, all right, let's get out of here and get to the after party. So in your car, you got a little something stashed away to keep the party going. You start driving away. You got your favorite song on. You want to turn it up. One hand on the wheel, beer in the other. Reaching for the volume dial, beer drops, beer explodes. Beer foam parties everywhere. You're trying to soak it up. You and your friend, your date, trying to soak it up with anything you have. Who's paying attention? No one is. You just crashed into a telephone pole. All right. So from this point on, this is what we as the fire department see. We arrive on scene trying to paint a picture of what happened before, during, or after the accident. Are they injured? How many people were in this car? How many people were in this car before the accident? Was somebody ejected and laying hundreds of feet away that we don't even know about? This is a common thing because driving under influence accompanies not wearing seatbelts. So when you don't wear your seatbelt, you get in an accident, someone's taking a flight. They're going to be out of the car and somewhere that nobody can find for a little bit of time. Are these people alive? Are these people dead? What is the fastest and safest way to get them out of this vehicle? All this is being calculated within seconds of arriving. The members of this crew are going to do their jobs. They're going to stabilize this car from moving anymore to make it safe to work off and get patients out of this car. They will try to gain access to begin patient treatment. If the access isn't there, then we're going to make the access. In this scenario, we're going to remove the doors and peel back the roof to give us the room to remove the patients and begin treatment. So right now, they just took off the doors. Now they're working on peeling back the roof. This will give us the access to remove these victims of the accident. So just give them a couple of minutes and we'll keep going. So the driver is being removed to be placed on a stretcher. The driver is unconscious but breathing. I wouldn't start clapping yet. I want to emphasize that these types of accidents aren't accidents you just walk away from. Unfortunately, the passenger, the date, is dead. There's obvious signs of death, which this body will wait for their coroner to come and for the investigation to begin. The 16-year-old, the 17-year-old, the 18-year-old driver will awake in a hospital bed with a mild concussion to find his parents there trying to remember what even happened. He will start asking questions. Why are my hands cuffed to the bed? Why are there police outside my door? And then the police come in formally to arrest you. Right about then, the regret will start to kick in. Your best friend, your date is dead, and there's not a single thing you can do or say that will bring them back. The next time you'll see the family of the deceased will be in court, and it's just going to be heartbreaking because, like I said, there's nothing you can do. There's not enough sorries in the world or amount of work you can provide that will bring back their child. A parent's promise was broken. Someone didn't make it home. You will have to live with that for the rest of your life. If you don't feel normal, you aren't driving normal. All right, we're going microphone-less, all right? All right. There's a spare. All right, hold on, we got a spare. I hope.
Where'd you put it?
All right, so I just press the button and go. Testing. All right, let's go. It all comes back to making smarter decisions. Don't drive under the influence, and don't let others drive under the influence. If you make one bad decision, don't follow it up with another bad decision. Get to where you're going safe. Pay attention. Keep your eyes on the road. A fun fact, in Stamford, the police department fines for distracted driving are $625 or worse. That's just the beginning. So depending on what kind of day the police are having, that bill goes up. And do you guys want to pay $625? Yes? No? What is it? No, there you go, of course. Who wants to spend that, right? It only takes 1 second before your or someone else's life is changed forever. My goal for this program is to help you make smart decisions contagious. Make your life long and healthy. For your parents to get their promise of never having to bury a child or see them behind bars. I now would like to invite up here Irene, Lazarus, and Nicole Velez. Irene is a registered nurse as well as a trauma data coordinator. Nicole is a registered nurse as well as a trauma performance improvement coordinator. Together, they are part of the Stamford Hospital trauma team. In Connecticut, we have 14 trauma centers. The trauma teams deal with seriously injured patients, especially the victims of impaired driving that enter the trauma bay in devastating conditions. So please welcome Irene and Nicole. Is that microphone on? Give a little test. Test. Oh. Technical difficulties. Hold on.
Testing.
There you go.
Hello everybody, I'm Irene, this is Nicole. We are nurses at Stamford Hospital. Stamford Hospital is one of the 14 trauma centers in Connecticut. We are in partnership with Healthcare Heroes Against Impaired Driving. And together we say not one more injury or death from impaired driving. So today we're here to share with you the realities of the consequences of impaired driving.
Good.
So let me give you some facts first. 2021, Connecticut we were in the 6th highest alcohol impaired driving fatalities in the United States. That was 45.1%. Which is higher than the national average of 36.6. Each year, more than 10,000 people are injured because of drunk driving. That's 37 people every day. One person every 39 minutes. 60% of people died in car crashes involved alcohol impaired drivers. The legalization of marijuana increases the rate of impaired driving 40%. 15 to 20-year-olds drivers are at greater risk, and 25% of them die. In Connecticut, if you don't know, our legal alcohol limit is 0.08%, but it really only takes one alcohol drink to be impaired. So since I am the data coordinator for trauma, I pulled out the data from the trauma registry and found 144 patients that came in that were involved in car crashes, with injuries ranging from minor to survivable. 56 of these patients had alcohol levels in their system. 4 of them died, and we did have one death that was positive for marijuana alcohol. So out of the 5 deaths, we had 2 that were under 21. One was racing on 95 at 100 miles an hour. Crashed, found the car, started CCRN on the scene, brought them to the hospital. They were able to get his heart pumping again, but he did not wake up. Never woke up. Fixation injuries, had a big cut on his head, that was so skull, had severe brain injury, so devastating that it was inoperable. So they took him to the ICU. He died. The other one was also speeding on the road, 7 miles an hour, lost control of the vehicle, and crashed into a cement pole. And the scene was probably something like this. So the dashboard and steering wheel crushed his chest, his abdomen, and his pelvis. And he also had an ear amputation of his right leg. And it took them quite a bit of time to rehab the car so they would come to doing something like this. And he saw that it took about 10 minutes maybe. So by the time he got to the hospital, he had broken ribs, he had lacerations to his lungs, his liver from the impact. He had many fractures to his pelvic bone. So he was bleeding in a lot of places inside his body. He also tore a major blood vessel in his chest. So by the time he got to the hospital, while our trauma team was working on him, he lost his pulses, heart stopped, and not came back. He lost so much blood. And yes, this is very grim, but this is the reality that we face in the emergency room as an aftermath of drunk driving. And drunk driving is not just a statistic. I don't want any of you to be statistic. So for you to make good decisions, all right, and do understand that people need to have fun. And a lot of times, and I'm not condoning any of you to be consuming alcohol at your age right now, but it's something that we probably cannot avoid. So we are just asking that you be responsible. If you or you see someone that has had too much drink, do not let them get behind you. And that is our partner Joanne from the Not One More campaign to give us some solutions to prevent drunk driving.
Good morning, Westhill. It is really devastating to see a car incident scene like this. And we are here to urge you to drive safely and save our community because we will be on the same road together, right? Whatever you saw today, whatever you heard today, should not happen to you, your friends, and your family. So here, I am suggesting the solutions that we all can do together. We are a team together, right? Just remember 3 letters. DRS. Designated driver, rideshare services, and sleep over, pick up your car the next day when you're sober. Just like Irene mentioned, if you see anyone who is not okay to drive, but try to get behind the wheel, be brave to stop that person, because that person might be on the road with your friends, your family on the road. That's how we save our community and keep our community safe. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Irene. Thank you, Nicole, for sharing your experiences with the students. I would also like to thank you, Joanne and Kim, from the Not One More campaign for providing the resources to help the cause of keeping kids safe on the road. Any prevention in death or an injury is a step in the right direction. Located right over here on your way out, we have representatives from every volunteer fire department: Long Ridge, Turner River, Belltown, Springdale, Glenbrook. If you're interested in volunteering, stop by, grab an application. They'll have informational packets or can answer any questions you may have for them. I encourage volunteering. I started volunteering when I was 17 years old when I went to this school for Turner River. It set me on the career path I have now with the Stamford Fire Department. I encourage all young men and women to try to volunteer. If you can't walk by someone without helping, or like to fix problems that no one else can, then this career is your calling. So just try, listen to the guys, see what they say about volunteering. Once again, my name is Kevin O'Brien. This is going to be one of your best nights of your life, so please don't make it your last. Thank you very much and have a great prom. Take care. No, it's good.
Okay, guys, good job. I hope you pay attention.